Have you ever felt like your relationships could be deeper or more fulfilling, but something always seems to hold you back? Maybe it's the frustration of miscommunication, feeling unappreciated, or wondering if you're being taken for granted. What if I told you that the solution to these struggles isn't found in quick fix advice or grand gestures, but in timeless principles that can transform not only your relationships but your entire approach to life? Think about the most challenging relationship in your life right now. What if you could navigate those difficulties with more grace, confidence, and understanding? As Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength today. We're going to explore 6 powerful principles that will help you harness that inner strength to build stronger, healthier connections and lead a more fulfilling life. Let's dive in. Lesson 1: Practice humility. If we don't practice humility, our relationships can suffer. We might come across as arrogant or self-centered, pushing people away without even realizing it. No one enjoys being around someone who only talks about themselves or never admits when they're wrong. This kind of behavior makes it difficult to build trust and genuine connections. As C.S. Lewis wisely said, humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. True humility isn't about putting yourself down, it's about making space for others, valuing their input, and being open to learning and growing. To practice humility in daily life, start by listening more and talking less. When you're in a conversation, focus on really hearing the other person instead of thinking about what you're going to say next. This shows that you value their thoughts and feelings. If you make a mistake, don't be afraid to admit it. People appreciate honesty and the courage it takes to own up to faults. Also, make it a habit to show appreciation. A simple thank you or I appreciate what you did can go a long way in making people feel valued and respected. When you practice humility, you'll start to notice a shift in how people respond to you. Conversations will feel more balanced and trust will grow naturally. You'll become someone others feel comfortable with, creating stronger and more fulfilling relationships. Lesson 2: Exercise gratitude, even in difficult times. When we don't practice gratitude, especially during hard times, life can feel overwhelming. We may get stuck focusing on what's going wrong, which makes us more negative and stressed. This negativity can push people away and create distance in our relationships. It's hard to connect with someone who's always complaining or focusing on what they lack. A quote from Epictetus perfectly captures the essence of gratitude. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. This reminds us that even when life is tough, we still have things to be thankful for. Gratitude is about shifting our focus from what's missing to what we already have. To bring gratitude into your daily life, start by taking a moment each day to reflect on a few things you're thankful for, even if they're small. It could be as simple as appreciating a sunny day, a kind word from a friend, or a warm cup of coffee. When you catch yourself complaining or feeling frustrated, try to pause and think of one positive thing in your life at that moment. This shift in mindset can change your outlook and help you stay balanced, even during tough times. Practicing gratitude helps you feel more content and grounded, which makes you more pleasant to be around. People are drawn to those who have a positive, stable energy, and they feel uplifted by your presence. By appreciating what you have, you'll find that you attract stronger, more supportive relationships and feel more resilient when facing challenges. Lesson 3: Practice patience. When we lack patience, it can create tension and frustration in our lives. We might rush through conversations, interrupt others, or expect instant results from ourselves and those around us. This impatience can push people away and cause misunderstandings, making it difficult to form deep, trusting relationships. Without patience, even minor challenges can feel overwhelming, leaving us feeling anxious and stressed. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "To lose patience is to lose the battle." This quote reminds us that impatience can be our downfall, while patience allows us to stay calm, collected, and more effective in navigating life's difficulties. Practicing patience starts with recognizing when you're feeling rushed or irritated. When you notice these feelings, take a deep breath and pause before reacting. Remind yourself that good things take time, whether it's building a strong relationship or achieving personal goals. Next, try to approach situations with a mindset of understanding. If someone is late or makes a mistake, remind yourself that everyone has their own struggles. Patience also means being kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. We're all human and growth takes time. With patience, you create a calm and positive atmosphere around you. People feel more at ease and respected, which strengthens your relationships. You'll also find that you can handle stress more effectively and enjoy life's moments without feeling constantly rushed or irritated. By nurturing patience, you make room for deeper connections and a more peaceful state of mind. Lesson 4: cultivate emotional resilience. If we don't build emotional resilience, life's challenges can easily overwhelm us. When things go wrong or we face difficult situations, we might feel hopeless, frustrated, or give up altogether. These emotions can affect our relationships, making us less available to others or pushing them away because we're too consumed by our own struggles. As the philosopher Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind. As labor does the body, this quote highlights that tough times are opportunities for growth, not defeat. When we cultivate emotional resilience, we learn to handle life's ups and downs without being knocked off course, which makes us stronger and more reliable in our relationships. To develop emotional resilience, start by acknowledging your emotions without letting them control you. It's okay to feel upset or disappointed, but try to avoid staying stuck in those feelings for too long. Practice self-compassion by reminding yourself that everyone faces setbacks, and it's part of the human experience. Build coping strategies, like taking time to reflect, practicing mindfulness, or seeking support from trusted friends when things get tough. Resilience isn't about avoiding negative emotions, but learning how to bounce back from them stronger than before. When you become more emotionally resilient, you not only grow as an individual, but also become a better friend, partner, or colleague. People are naturally drawn to those who can face challenges with strength and grace, and emotional resilience helps you maintain calm in stressful situations. By cultivating this inner strength, you'll be more equipped to handle life's curveballs and build deeper, more supportive relationships. Lesson 5: maintain a growth mindset. Without a growth mindset, we may find ourselves stuck in negative patterns or reluctant to change. We might think that our abilities or situations are fixed and beyond improvement, which can prevent us from reaching our full potential. This mindset can limit our relationships as well, making us defensive when faced with criticism or challenges, instead of seeing them as opportunities to grow. As Carol Dweck, the psychologist who developed the concept of the growth mindset, says, "The view you adopt for yourself profoundly affects the way you lead your life." This quote reminds us that our beliefs about ourselves can shape our actions and outcomes. If we believe we can grow and improve, we're more likely to take on challenges and learn from them, both in life and in relationships. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by recognizing when you're thinking in fixed terms. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," reframe it to, "I can't do this yet." Focus on the process of learning rather than the result. When you face obstacles, instead of seeing them as failures, ask yourself what you can learn from them. This shift in perspective helps you become more resilient and open to new possibilities. Seek feedback from others and use it as a tool for growth, not as a personal attack. With a growth mindset, you'll become more adaptable and open to improvement. This mindset makes you approachable and confident, because you're not afraid to try new things or admit when you need to grow. By embracing the idea that we can always improve, you'll not only grow as an individual, but also attract people who value self-improvement and personal development, strengthening your relationships along the way. Lesson 6: set and respect boundaries. Without healthy boundaries, we can easily find ourselves overwhelmed, drained, or taken advantage of in relationships. Whether it's in friendships, family, or romantic connections, failing to set clear limits often leads to burnout, frustration, and resentment. We might struggle with saying no, and as a result, we might end up compromising our own well-being for the sake of others, leaving us feeling disconnected and unsupported. As the author Brené Brown wisely said, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. This quote emphasizes that setting boundaries is not about rejecting others, but about respecting our own needs and taking care of our own mental and emotional health. To begin setting healthy boundaries, start by being clear about what you are and aren't willing to tolerate. Reflect on your limits, both physical and emotional. When you feel overwhelmed or uncomfortable, don't be afraid to assert yourself and communicate your needs. It's important to be firm but kind in expressing what you need from others, whether it's needing time alone, asking for respect in a conversation, or requiring support in certain situations. Remember, setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's necessary for maintaining healthy and sustainable relationships. When you respect both your own boundaries and those of others, you create relationships built on mutual understanding and respect. By honoring these boundaries, you ensure that you can give your best self to others without losing your sense of self in the process. Over time, setting clear and healthy boundaries will lead to deeper, more fulfilling connections, as people will appreciate your honesty and the balance you bring to your relationships. Now we are about the video. Now it is time to change your life. Write down a comment and say that you want to change your life. No matter how difficult it is to change, I will read each of. Your comment features one of the best comments in our channel. If you want a daily dose of unfiltered motivation, subscribe to our channel.